Hello juniors, I hope you all are doing great. Today I have come up with a very interesting topic and the name of the topic is time. Today I will help you how to read and write time in different ways. But before starting the topic, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind. That is, as you have already noticed that there is a bigger hand in the clock and there is a shorter hand in the clock. The bigger hand is known as the minute hand. And the shorter hand, which is the red one as shown in this clock, is the hour hand, which tells us the relationship that 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. Do you know that how many hours are there in a day? Yeah, in one day there are 24 hours, which tells us that an hour hand moves 2 rounds in a day. As you must have noticed that a clock consists of 12 numbers, that is from 1 to 12. So what is the relationship between these numbers? So remember that the gap between two adjacent numbers is equivalent to 5 minutes. Now let us study it deeply. The numbers here in the clock are arranged in the clockwise manner from 1 to 12, which tells us the table of 5. For example, if the minute hand is at 1, it tells us that minute hand has passed 5 minutes. When the minute hand is at 2, it tells us that minute hand has passed 10 minutes. Similarly, on 3, it is 15 minutes, then 20 minutes and so on. So for example, if the minute hand is at 6, so start counting from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and it comes out to be 30. So as you can see deep in the picture, it also represents or depicts the number 30. Similarly, if you go forward at number 12, it would be equal to 60 minutes. So now, whenever the minute hand is at 12, the time is written in the form of o'clock. For example, right now, if I put the hour hand on 3 and put the minute hand towards 12, so the time in the clock is 3 o'clock. So the way of writing it is 3 o'clock. That is the hour hand, and o'clock tells us that minute hand is at 12. The other way of writing this time is 3 and then you put this and you write 00, which tells us it is equivalent to 60 minutes. Now moving on to the second part. Whenever the minute hand is at 3, so it tells us that the clock has passed 15 minutes. That means start from here, 5, 10, 15. So 15 minutes always refer to quarter. Now if you notice that the hour hand is towards 5 and the minute hand is towards 3. So the time will be said as quarter past 5. That is, you have to see where the hour hand is. So the other way of writing it down is 5:15. That is, on the left hand side we have to mention the hour hand time and on the right hand side we have to tell the minutes. So that is 5:15. Now moving further, as you can see, the minute hand points towards 6 and the hour hand is between 1 and 2. So here keep a note that whenever the minute hand will be towards 6, the hour hand will be between 2 numbers. So always pick up the smaller number. So here as you count your time, it will be 1:30. That is half past. Since the clock has taken the half round or it has completed the half round, the time becomes half past and you have to write the hour hand time, that is 1, and the other way of writing it down is 1:30. That is 1 hour 30 minutes. Now you must be wondering that how to write time when the minute hand is at 9. So always remember that when the minute hand is at 9, you will use the term quarter to. Now if you notice that the minute hand is towards 9, which tells us that the minute hand has covered 45 minutes. And the hour hand is beyond 6, that is more towards 7. So the way of writing time will be quarter to 7. And in figures, we will write it as 6:45. Now, let us read and write time with two different examples. Can you notice the time here? The hour hand is at 1 and the minute hand is at 4. The way of writing it is, the hour hand is always written towards the left hand side, and for the minutes you need to count the table of 5. That is, for 1 it shows us 5 minutes, for 2 10 minutes, 3 15 minutes, and for 4 it is 20 minutes. So that means the time is 1:20, or you can also write it as 20 minutes past 1. Now write the time shown by the clock in two different ways. So if you notice that the minute hand is at 7 and the hour hand is between 12 and 1. So the correct time is 12:35. That is 35 minutes past 12. Now let us study the most interesting part of this topic, where I will teach you that how to place the hour hand and the minute hand according to the given time. So as you see that the time given here is 10:40, and now you have to represent the same time in the clock. So for this, first of all, arrange the minute hand. So go to 40 minutes, that is at 8, and the hour hand will be placed beyond 10. That is more towards 11. Ta-da! The perfect time is 10:40. That is 40 minutes past 10. Now kids, it is the time to check your knowledge. So let us see that have you understood the concept of time? So what we have to do, we just have to play a simple game in which we just have to pick up the correct card showing the correct time given in the clock. So can you guess the time? What is it? Very good. The time is 5:15. That is 5:15. That's the perfect card. Now it is the time for the second round. So can you guess what time is it? As you notice that the minute hand points towards 9. That is, it is 45 minutes, and the hour hand is beyond 7. That is more towards 8. So can you guess the perfect time? Very good. So the right card for this is 7:45. That is 7:45. Perfect. Come closer. Can you guess what time is it? Very good. As you already know that when the minute hand is at 12, the time is written in the form of o'clock. That is, right now the time is 4 o'clock. Last but not the least, can you guess the time shown in the clock? Well done. As you can see, the minute hand is at 6 and the hour hand is between 2 and 3. So the perfect time is 2:30. That is 2:30. Well done. So kids, I believe that you have understood this topic, and I want each one of you to prepare a timetable and keep a record of your daily activities. So till then, bye-bye everyone.